And welcome to Living Above the Rim with the Charlotte Bobcats. I'm making sure I have a problem with my chair. Sometimes I've fallen out of the chair a couple of times, though. But we are here reporting post-game on the game tonight with the Miami Heat. And got a special guest. We have Tron Foster. Tron, welcome to our post-game show tonight.
Thank you.
Tell us, did you have a very good Christmas?
Yes.
All right. A ball game tonight. The Miami Heat were coming off a game which I'm sure you probably watched on TV yesterday that they played with the Thunder and all. We were wondering if they might come in a little bit flat tonight, but, you know, what were your thoughts on how they played tonight?
I think they did pretty great, protecting the ball and, and making shots.
Okay. Dustin, we wondered about that too. And what were your thoughts about them coming in? Did you feel like that they were showing any effects from last night's game?
I mean, they got off to a hot start, so obviously they didn't show any there. But I think you did see it after halftime in that third quarter. I mean, most of it was the Bobcats putting out more energy and making a game of it. But also I believe it was a little bit of fatigue on the Heat. I mean, they exerted a lot of energy yesterday at home in one of the big matchups of the day in the NBA. So it's obvious for any team that's going to have a little fatigue. So I think you did see it throughout the game. But when you have superstars like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, you can make up for that, and they were able to do that and get the win.
All right, Tron, you had the opportunity of coming up last year. You saw the Bobcats play against the Boston Celtics. You saw a couple of games. They're an entirely different team. What are your impressions? Compare this team how you are. Do you think they're better than they were last year, or what are your thoughts on this year's Bobcat team?
I think they're a little bit better protecting the ball and getting the ball down the court and scoring.
With the new players that have come in, who was your favorite Bobcat player this year? I know Kemba Walker's having a good year. He was here last year, though, but Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, some of those guys, though.
I guess Timberwolves.
You like Walker? Walker
Yeah.
had a big game tonight with 27 points, though. So, Dustin, tonight's
My favorite player, too. So
mine?
comment.
All right. Well, I kind of like him. Gerald Henderson's one of my favorite players. My favorite newcomer is Jeffrey Taylor, who came in. Has not getting as many minutes now since Henderson's come back, though. But, this team right now is mired, how many, is it 15 or 16? 16-game winning streak. The next game coming up is a game with a team that's lost 11 in a row. Dustin, what are your thoughts on that?
I kind of wish I could forget, just like you try to forget. You don't want to think about it, but for some reason it's always in my head that we've lost that many in a row. But and I think, talking about Kemba Walker, the reason I like him so much is maybe because he's our best player right now. 27 points tonight, played a really good game, was really one of the reasons that they stayed in this thing. And you can just see his game growing and growing by each performance. As far as Saturday night, they go to Brooklyn first on Friday, which is another tough game against a good team in the Eastern Conference. And then they come home for a winnable game on Saturday against the Hornets. Both teams with long losing streaks. The Hornets actually got a win tonight, so they broke their losing streak, so maybe the Bobcats can get theirs done on Saturday night, but it'll be tough. You got the #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, teammates with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist coming in, so they'll be battling each other. Also, the Hornets are getting Eric Gordon back, who's supposedly their superstar player. Hasn't played a game all year. He's going to play on Saturday, so it's not going to be easy, but the Bobcats definitely need to get a win and get out of this streak.
All right, Tron, Dustin and I are sitting up there with all the guys on media row. I guess we're having to sit there. We can't clap, applaud, yell, scream, or holler. You're up there where all the action is. What was the environment like tonight? Was it rocking up there where you were?
Yes.
So now I even went up there in the upper deck when I was taking some tickets. Now, did they shoot any T-shirts your way? Because I saw you up one time trying to get a T-shirt when they actually were trying to pass out the T-shirt set. Did you have any luck with the T-shirt tonight?
No.
Okay, well, we'll keep working on that one then and see what happens, though. So, again, anything bright spots tonight's ball game? I think first start was Akeem, what's his name, Warwick. There has almost had a double-double, 18 points, 9 rebounds. Mullins out hurt right now with a sprained ankle. Ben Gordon did not play. A few banged-up players. But, again, Dustin, first of all, what was your impressions on his first start?
I mean, even in a 16-game losing streak, I thought tonight was going to get ugly. I said it from the pregame. But I take a lot of positives away from this game. Even though it was a loss, you don't do moral victories in the NBA, but I take a lot of positives away. Number one, like you said, Akeem Warwick, a guy who barely played the last 7 or 8 games. only got a couple minutes a game, comes in, gets 18 points, 9 rebounds, and is very impressive on the defensive end, one of the ends that he kind of people question him on. So he played really well, so that was a bright spot with Mullins out. And then, like I said, the other bright spot is the heart and the fight from this team. I mean, when you've lost that many games in a row and you get down like that to the defending champions, it's easy to pack it in and say, let's go another night. But for them to battle back, get this crowd into a sellout, it was good to see, and hopefully they can build on that in the future for the games to come up.
Now, Tron, I know you had a chance to see some of the Heat players down there. You got your picture made with some. There's one right now I'm still trying to forgive because he left our Boston Celtics last year. Ray Allen, that's our team, the Celtics now. But he's come over to the Heat. But I was glad to see he came over and got his picture made. Are we going to forgive him yet for leaving the Celtics, or are we still got a little time to think about that?
A little bit more time.
All right, I hear you with that, though, because I know Kevin Garnett has not forgiven him yet on that one, though, but we still got to think about that, though. But Ray Allen, in my opinion, has always been a class act. That he's a nice guy. I appreciate the things he does on and off the court. I just think he made a bad decision leaving our Celtics to come to Heat. But great opportunity for him to come in with the crowd here, maybe getting another ring there, though. So, all right, Dustin, wrapping things up, what are your thoughts? Next home ball game Saturday night, though, what do you see as being keys of the game?
I think you're kind of asking me for a prediction, and the last time I made a prediction, I said we were going to win, and we lost by about 30. So I'm not very good with that, but what I will say is that Saturday, when you come back home, is a winnable game. So I expect them to be in it all the way through. And, if you want me to make a prediction, I will predict that they will break the losing streak on Saturday. I don't think they're going to win on Friday in Brooklyn. That's a tough place to play. Darren Williams he didn't play tonight, so if he's out, maybe you have a better chance on the road. But coming back home should be a winnable game. Should be a decent crowd on a weekend game, facing your former Hornets team, the name you're trying to get back. So it'd be a good one to break the losing streak against, and I think they can get it done.
All right, Tron, what's your prediction on this one right here? You've got the Hornets and the Heat here Saturday. Bobcats in the Heat, I'm sorry. Bobcats in the who's playing? You got me confused now. Oh, well, I'm ready to get the Heat out of town. Right, we have got the Bobcats and the Hornets on Saturday night here, though. Does the streak stop, or do you think the Hornets keep the Bobcats reeling?
I think the streak probably stop because they have a good home team advantage, and if they just protect the ball and do like they did tonight, but a little bit better, they'll take the win.
Okay, and how much is it? I know the basketball game part is it, but how much do you enjoy the other things that they do, the contests? I know it's kind of funny, the timeout where they had Williams talking about the different things of who's the best dresser and all, but talk about the fun things. Are the games fun to come to, not only for basketball, but for the other things too?
Yeah, it makes the games more interesting and fun to come to and watch.
You know, my favorite part is the Lady Cats, because I've got several of them that work very closely with Cox Sports Broadcasting. Well, my prediction, my gut feeling is the streak stops. It's either my gut's telling me that, or else it's still indigestion from all the food I ate for Christmas Day right there, though. So I think the streak stops there, though. But we're glad to have you with us, helping us host here tonight. Hopefully you can come back and do it again with us sometime, though. And, again, glad to see you back tonight, and hope you and your family had a very good Christmas and are looking forward to New Year's coming up.
Thank you very much.
So reporting for Cox Sports Broadcasting, I'm the coach, Dick Cox. That's Dustin Phifer. And this is Tron Foster, our superstar, right here with us. We'll be back Saturday night for our post-game report. Until then, good night, everybody.